Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video, I'm going to show you a really cool mate in two problem. And I'm going to teach you the name of a new device, we'll call it. A puzzle device, something that happens in puzzles that you maybe didn't know if you've never seen this before. So it's white to move here, and the pawns are going up the board. Black's pawns are going down the board. It's white to move and checkmate in two moves. See if you can find it. I'll give you a minute, maybe 20 seconds or so. Try to see if you can find the mate in two from this position. So you have a rook, a bishop against a queen and bishop, and of course the pawns are on the board as well. So while you think about that, let me just encourage you to subscribe if you have not yet already. Half of the income that I earn in this channel goes directly to charity, so every like, every subscriber helps me out a lot. Okie dokie, let's get started here. So the first move here, you might be tempted to make a move like queen f5. And although this will lead to checkmate, this is not the mate in two that I'm looking for here. So this is not, this is not a square that you can give check from. Remember, the pawns are going down the board. That would be capturable. And this will lead to mate, right? The threat here is, let's just say this move is made. The threat is to give mate this way. So a mate is possible, but it's not the mate in two. And this was this device I was talking about. It's called the Grimshaw device, Grimshaw. And the move is queen to b1. Okay, now what is the Grimshaw exactly? So I'm attacking two pieces. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm threatening a checkmate in one right now. So if it were white's move, what would they do? If you didn't find this first move, see if you can find what would happen if it was white's move in this position. What would the move be? So if it were white's move, queen b7. So let's just make a nothing move. h2. Queen b7 is checkmate on these the adjacent diagonals, and the queen, the king is holding these squares. And of course the pawn. Nice little mate there. But of course, black has a turn. So what is this Grimshaw device that I'm talking about? So you want to get to b7. Okay, well, black can interfere with that plan in two different ways. This is part of this device. If they interfere with the rook, well, now what's cool is I can give mate on f5. And that would be checkmate. Now, why is this important? Well, this rook just blocked off the communication between a1 and e5. So the reason why I couldn't give checkmate in the original position was because this bishop could drop back. This rook just interfered with that plan. Okay, so maybe you say, okay, I guess I don't move the rook. What if I move the pawn? Or sorry, the bishop. If I move the bishop from a1 to b2, the idea being I'm going to block this open b file. Well, now I can play another just amazing move. See if you can spot the mate in one here. It's not so easy, in my opinion. The move is queen to h1. That's checkmate. Now, what is the problem with this? Well, not a problem. What's the point of this? Well, originally, right now, let's just say they made a move like, I don't know, this. This is not checkmate because the rook can interpose. So this whole Grimshaw thing is really what happens when a piece blocks and it interferes with the other piece. So I just learned this a couple of days ago, and I think it's something really cool to see in terms of a puzzle. But any other move, let's just check it out. After queen to b1, you play something like c3, and you say, okay, now queen to b7 is no longer going to work because although it looks nice, they have a square right here, right? That's what this move just created. And they get away. And this is not mate in two. So instead, after c3, well, this is now no longer covered. I can give mate right here. Look at the coordination between the bishop and the queen. Even the king is taking part. And the pawn. It's a family affair. So what other moves are there? All right, after queen b1, if the bishop goes anywhere else, let's just say they go here, I don't know, you go b7, right? That was the whole point of going here. So really, this is the cool thing. If this bishop moves any of these squares, I win on b7. If the rook plays to any of these squares, I win on b7. Therefore, if something has to clog up b2. But no matter what does, whether it's the bishop or the rook, I have a mate. And that mate is either on h1 or on f5. I think it's a super cool checkmate. I've never seen this Grimshaw. I keep calling it a device. That was what I read online. I don't know if that's the correct terminology. But this Grimshaw device, super cool. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did it as well. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you like these kinds of puzzles. I know it's a little bit on the esoteric side. Not many people know about these things. But no worries. Let me know. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.